Hey folks, been getting a lot of requests for people wanting to see my my toy collection, so I figured for my first official video for Tom's product reviews, I'd give you a little tour of my collection. I've been collecting, I don't know, 25 years or more, and I've got some really cool stuff, and everybody's like, oh, I want to see a little bit more of that, because there's even more behind me and more up here and just everything. And I'm actually going to use my GoPro, which is attached to my drone, because this thing is a awesome stabilizer. So no matter how I move this, I get a nice steady shot. So I actually use this a number of occasions when I want to get some nice steady shots when I'm walking around or something like that. So let's take a look at what I got over here. Okay, first off up here I've got, I think that's an Exo Squad back there, and there's a Silver Surfer, and some really cool vintage Ren and Stimpy Plush Toys, still in the box. This is really high up. I've got a Obi-Wan Kenobi, which I lost the his lightsaber. And there's a Furby. Remember Furbies? And then there's some really cool vintage robots from the 80s and a Gundam. And I actually have all of the figures that were made from the TV show Dinosaurs that was done by Jim Henson. Those things are so cool. And then over here, if you can see it, that's an Armatron from Radio Shack. I think that's actually from the 70s. And then I have back over here a really crappy Robocop Halloween costume. I could not resist buying it because I'm a big Robocop fan, which you'll see in a minute. And I'm also a huge Tick fan. I have a lot of Tick figures. I actually have a really rare one that my son gave me for Christmas. I even have the Tick board game, which is really hard to get. And now here comes some Robocop. I think I have every Robocop figure that was ever made, including a playset which included the Robocop helmet. And then there's some more Robocop. I even have in the back there the marquee from the Robocop video arcade game, which is really cool. And I have the really hard to find Robocop Robo Cruiser. I think it's Robo 1. It's basically a Ford Taurus, but that's from the movie. And then I have some more vintage Robocops. These are the original ones, and these actually have cap guns in the back, so you load that up with caps and you fire. So I have several of these. I have one of these guys inside here, and then I have a huge 12-inch Robocop from Todd McFarlane's group, McFarlane Toys. That thing is amazing. It's such excellent detail, and it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. And I have a Yoda Furby back there. And then there's a Hawkman, that's from the early 90s. And got some Wallace and Gromit stuff. And the motorcycle from Akira. Back here we got some more Wallace and Gromit, Superman. And the Cylon Raider, you probably saw that in another video of mine. And Ultraman, and an R2-D2 cup from Taco Bell. And then there's some goggles from the Ghostbusters. I think that's from the 80s. Okay, moving down. Some more Batman stuff starting. I got a lot of Batman stuff. I'm a big Batman fan. And of course there's a Chicken Walker Lego from Star Wars. And that box back there contains a watch, a Batman watch. I've got quite a collection of Batmobiles from the first Batman movie, And then from the animated series Batmobile is my all-time favorite. I love the design of that. I've got several figures from Batman the Animated Series, and I have this really hard to find. It's called the Bat Missile Batmobile, but actually the sides pop off and it becomes the Bat Missile. And then in the background, Hot Wheels came out with this entire line of all of the vehicles from Batman, every movie, and even the TV show. And I have some more Batman, some smaller vehicles from I think McDonald's. And then I've got the 60s Batmobile. And in the back there is one of the products, one of the toys that came from the first movie. It's a projector. And an original metal Optimus Prime from Transformers. And then I have some Lost in Space stuff. I have the robot. I've always wanted that robot all my life because I was a big Lost in Space fan when I was a kid. So I was really psyched to finally get that. And we have some Star Wars in the back there. And we have some of Todd McFarlane's Spawn. I'm a big Spawn fan. I love the comic and the movie. And I have a button from the movie there. And then there's the Spawn mobile. I don't know why Spawn needs a mobile or car, but there it is. And then that is a really awesome Spawn figure. And I've got a Samurai Jack. Big Samurai Jack fan. A little Spiderman there. And down here is that 1989 Michael Keaton Batman. Not sure if that's going to show up very well, but that thing is awesome. I'm going to do a review of that later on. And then I have some more Batman playsets from the first new Batman, Batman Begins. Actually, these are from The Dark Knight. I'm sorry. And a couple of my other cameras. I got the Joker from that. And then over here, I have some Avengers stuff, some Iron Man. I'm a big Iron Man fan. These gloves are really cool. Love those gloves, and they actually fit me. And I got a few things over here. They're really cool. Original Atari 2600 still works. And Slimer from the Ghostbusters. Okay, let's move over to the other side. Okay, up here I have my Green Lantern collection. Not sure if that's going to be focused properly, but we shall see. Along with some of my old CDs. Moving down over here, I have some more Robocop stuff. Love that Ed 209. Now moving along, I love robots. I've got this big Wowie Robo Sapien. I think he's the V2, version 2. He's really cool. And one of the G.I. Joes, I think that was one of the anniversaries of World War II G.I. Joes. And that's my old Pentax camera. It's a 35mm. I've had that thing all over the world. It's been everywhere. Russia, China, all over Europe. Absolutely love it. Okay, we've got some more stuff here. Scotty from the latest Star Trek movies. Some more of those Batman figures. This is really cool. These are Lego holograms. Not Lego, they're stamps. Hologram stamps that the post office put out. And there's a Terminator figure. And then here's my Star Trek stuff. The Enterprise, various Enterprises. Even have phasers and communicators. I don't know why nobody made a cell phone like this. Star Trek cell phone would be so cool. I have some more Star Trek stuff here. More Terminator stuff. Original X-Wing fighter from the 70s. Another robot who actually has a built-in webcam that can stream live over the internet. Of course, Marvin, the paranoid android from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And back here, more of those Hot Wheels Batmobiles. These things are so cool. And then my Speed Racer, Mach 5. And then another one that actually was from the movie that came out. I didn't really care much for the movie. But it's really interesting how some of these older plastics deteriorate in color. Like you can see that Mach 5 is kind of yellowed. As has this guy. Okay, something's beeping at me. I think that's my controller is running out of juice. Okay, I've got an original Woody and Buzz from when the first. Oh, that's my UPS. That's okay. Power must have went out back there. These are from the very first Toy Story movie. I can't believe how long ago that was. Got some miscellaneous Transformers toys. Lost in Space from the movie. And these guys are really cool back here. Angry Beavers. And up here is my pride and joy. Hope I can get that up there. That's from the late 60s or mid 60s? Late 60s. 69, I think. That's a Star Teams astronaut helmet. I wanted that when I was a little kid, but we couldn't afford it. I actually found it on eBay for 50 bucks. It is awesome. That's an Ultimate Bumblebee Transformer. And I've got some other vintage games. And some Rock'em Sock'em robots. Okay, that concludes the tour. And, oh, by the way, this is a video arcade that I built. It's a MAME emulator, so I can play pretty much every video game there is. And I've got some other vehicles up here. I've got a Batwing, something from Star Wars, and then Don West's gun from the movie Lost in Space. Yeah, I've got a telescope over there, and then I've got all my lighting kit. I've got everything kind of shoved in here. Okay, that beeping is making me nervous. I'm going to have to shut this off. So, that's the tour of my toy collection, folks. I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching.